In this video, I'll be taking you through Cicada, which is a machine, a box in HackTheBox. So you can just come to machines here, then you'll find this box. I'll leave the link in the description. So let's join the machine, and the machine is joining. Stand by. Okay, now we have the IP address right here, and I guess you can use the virtual machine provided by HackTheBox, or you can download the VPN. That should be somewhere right here. You can download the VPN, then you can access it from your own Kali. So that's that. I'll take you through the nmap scan that I did just to save on time. So the nmap scan had a bunch of ports open here, and what catches our eye is these what we'll first look into is this port 139 and port 445. We'll start with those first. Then we'll proceed to these ones, the LDAP, as we go on. So what we'll first do after that nmap scan, what we'll now do, I'll add the domain name okay, let's go back here to the nmap scan. Let me not put the cart before the house. Because before the house, I mean. So here we have cicada dot htb. Here you have the domain name here, cicada.htb. So we'll come here and add that to the etc host file. So I'll just do echo, then actually I have it here. So echo the IP address, then the domain name that we have the two domain names. So we have cicada.htb, then this other one, cicada dc.cicada.htb. Then we'll pipe that to sudo t. This just to take the input and then append it to the etc host file. So now we have it. Also outputs it to the terminal, as you can see here. So now it's properly written. You can also just use vim. You can also just do vim etc hosts, then you write it here. But as you can see, we already have it here. So let me just quit here. Okay, a clean terminal. So as I said, we are first focusing on port 139 and port 445. These are open ports for these are open ports which have normally have file shares, since they are NetBIOS ports. So what we'll do, we'll use a crackmap exec. So this is a powerful tool for post exploitation, commonly used in pen testing and red teaming to access Active Directory environments and network protocols, especially SMB, SSH, and LDAP, which LDAP just means Lightweight Direct Access Protocol, a protocol that allows users to search, connect to, or modify internet directories. So what we'll do, I'll run a crackmap exec, if I can type that, but let me run into the sudo privileges. So let me just delete this real quick. Okay, so I'll run a crackmap exec. Then we'll specify the the share, that is the SMB. Then we'll do cicada .htb, the domain name. Then we'll access it as guest. Let me just put that in quotes. Then we won't be using any password, so I'll just have empty quotes right there. Then we are looking into shares. So let's run that and wait for it to load. So here we have the results and the shares that are here. So as you can see, there are different shares here, but what catches our eye here is this HR, because we have read access to it. So what I'll do, we'll check the HR share using SMB client. Then what we'll do, we'll just do SMB client. Then we'll specify the domain. So that will be cicada.htb. Remember, we had already put it in our etc host file to make work easier. So HR, then I'll do tag n to specify that we are logging in as a guest, or we can also do this when you're trying to test for connection without providing the authentication details. So here we are logging in as a guest, so we'll just do SMB client, then the domain here slash the share, then tag uppercase n. Then let's run that and wait for it. As you can see, we are inside the HR share right now. So the next thing that we'll do, we'll perform an ls to check what is in inside this share. So here we find there's a notice from hr.txt. So what we'll do, let's perform an mget, then tag y, just to get file. Okay, they'll do yes. It's downloading the file from the share to our local machine. So that's done. Let's exit the SMB client. Then now let's check. So right here we have this notice from hr.txt. Don't worry about these other directories. I'd already checked this box out, but don't worry about that. Let's just focus on notice from hr.txt. So let's check what it has. Open it using quotes because it's a rather long name. So notice from hr.txt. And as you can see here, it says, "Dear new hire, welcome to Cicada Co. We are thrilled to have you join our team. As part of our security protocols, it's essential that you change your default password to something unique and secure. Your default password is," we have this password right here. So let's grab this password and put it in let's echo it to a passwords.txt file because we'll need it. So Control Shift V to paste. Okay, that's not what I wanted to paste. And I hadn't copied it, so let me just grab it. Okay, copy selection, come here, paste it, close the quotes. Okay. Something weird is happening here, but Control Shift V. Okay, then let me close that. Why, when I tap that, it auto completes something weird, but okay, what I'll do, let me just open it in Vim. I'll do Vim passwords.txt. Then let's paste it right here. I for insert, then Control Shift V to paste it there. Escape, right and quit. Okay, so now that we have this password right here, we need users to brute force with the password that we've just found. So since we know that we can enumerate using the guest user on crackmap exec, we can use that to enumerate for valid users. So what I'll just do, let me just do sudo uh, crack map exec sudo should be sudo crack map exec, then we specify smb, then cicada .htb, then we specify that we are using guest, so put guest in quotes right there, then no password, so just empty double quotes, then we are looking for users. Let's run that and see. So when you try to use CrackMap to view users this way, it doesn't work. But there's another way of finding users using brute forcing of relative identifiers, RIDs. So a relative identifier is a unique identifier assigned to each user or group in a Windows domain or on a local machine. So standard RIDs such as 500 for administrator and 501 for guest are predictable, and incrementing the RIDs can help enumerate other accounts. So what I'll just do, I'll just do sudo sudo crackmap exec, specify we need to specify the smb, then yeah, smb, then we do cicada, just the normal cicada.htb, then specify guest, close, then an empty password. Then now we'll use this flag RID for the relative identifier brute. Let's run that. So when you run that command, you find it's brute forcing and checking for relative IDs, jumping from 498 to 500 all the way that way. Then for some reason it times out. So what I discovered, I came up with a script. Let me just show you the script. This particular script right here, which takes the IP, the domain, and the username and the password the same way, but it filters to get all the other information out and just remain with the username. Then after getting the username, it pipes it and writes it to the usernames.txt. So let me just demonstrate for you how it works. So let me write and let me just quit. Then let's just run it. I'll link the script on my GitHub. I'll put it on my GitHub. You can use it. So I'll just do script.sh. So it's running. Let's give it time. So after the script finishes running, you see it gives us a message here. Usernames have been saved to usernames.txt. So let's first check it out. Here it is. As you notice, I deleted all the other files. So this is a new file right here. Has just been created right now. So let's just cut it out to see. As you can see, it has grabbed only the names of the users. So the script is quite efficient, just a bash script. So I'll link it in my GitHub. You'll have access to it. It makes work easier. So now that we have these usernames, and we also have the passwords at which we wrote in the passwords.txt, we can now password spray the share and see what you can get. So let's just get on to that. We'll okay, let me see. Let's just run the crack map again. So run crack map exec, then as usual we specify smb, then we specify the domain cicada.htb, then we specify username. We'll use the file, so that will be usernames.txt. My machine is hanging. Okay, I had pressed tab, so usernames.txt. Then we specify the password, which will be passwords.txt, this one. So we'll use the usernames that we've gotten and the passwords. So let's run that and give it time. So as you can see, crackmap was password spraying and testing for each of these usernames. So it tried out for each of these, then it finally got this particular one, Michael Wrightson, and this password right here. So we have that. That's a good one. Then now that we have the credentials for Michael, let's continue enumerating with the credentials, with these credentials right here, and we'll use enum for Linux. So let's use enum for Linux, and enum for Linux is just a tool for gathering information from Windows machines over SMB. So I'll just do enum, if I can type that, enum for Linux. Then tag A to do all the default scans, I guess. Then tag U. Then here we'll specify the name. So let me just put that in quotes. That will be Michael. Could just copy that from here. Copy that. Then Control Shift V. Close it there. Then we'll specify the password. So password again, I'll just copy it from here. Copy that. Put it inside quotes. Control Shift V to paste it. That way. Then let's specify the domain as cicada.htb. I guess that's it. Let's run the enum for Linux, and as you can see, it's here running. So let's give it time. So enum for Linux came back with this particular result here for the account with the username david.aurelius, which has this information right here. Just in case I forget my password, is this one, this particular one. So we have another password. So we are going again to do enumeration again. It's enumeration on enumerations. So let's again just do, we're just going to use crackmap again. So crackmap exec specify. We are trying to check which SMB shares that this David.Aurelius has. So I'll just do, okay, where are we? The user should be David.Aurelius. Then the password is this. So let me just put quotes there. Then let's grab it here. All the way here. Copy that. Then let's paste that here. Then close that. Then put the shares flag. We're trying to see which shares he has access to. So let's run that and give it time. I didn't include the domain name, so that's my fault. Let's just include that, cicada.htb. Let's run it again. So the results are here, and as you can see, there are multiple shares, the same as the animations that we've been doing. But what's unique with this David user, he has access, read access to this dev share right here. So what we'll do, we'll just use SMB client to check it out to see what's is in that particular share, because now we have read access. So I'll just do that, then tag uppercase U, then specify, then the account name is David Aurelius. Then what should we, it's, do you have the command right? cicada.htb/. Okay, so then okay, that's okay. Then now let's use this particular password right here. It's the same as what we got here. You can just even grab it from here, copy selection, paste it right there, and we are in the share. So let's just list what's in there, and we have this particular backup. We have this PowerShell. It's a PowerShell script. So let's just grab it. We can just do mget, or let's just do get. I'll grab the name there, copy that, paste it there. Okay, it has been downloaded to our local machine. Let's exit that, lsla, and we have it here. So let's just view it, backup, tab that. So here we have another set of credentials. This one right here belonging to the user emily.oscars. So we have this username, and we have another password right here. So yeah, we have another set of credentials. So with these credentials, we can now use these credentials to try to log into Emily's account using evil WinRM. So evil WinRM is a popular tool used for Windows remote management exploitation. So it allows you to remotely execute commands and interact with a Windows machine that has WinRM enabled. So let's first do a simple nmap scan to check if Windows remote management is the Windows remote management port is open in this particular machine. So that will just be a simple nmap scan. We'll just do sudo nmap. Then I'll just do tag uppercase pn for no pinging. We know the host is up. So it is 10.10.11.35. That is just the IP address of the box right here. There. Then we specify the port. So I'll just specify the port. The port for the port which I'm specifying is the port for Windows remote management. So that will be, which is usually 598. Is it 5985? Yeah, 5985. So let's run that. And as you can see right here, the port is open. So that means we can now use this the evil WinRM that I was telling you. So let's get to it. So the command goes, please don't be confused by this. This is just my terminal. It's not complete till down there. Let me check if I can. Let me see. Okay, it got tinier. Okay, so let me just scroll till down. I never wanted the confusion. Where are we? Okay, we're in a different tab. Okay, so yeah, I guess now it's okay. So we're using the evil WinRM. So, and I guess if you don't have it, you can just install it, but I think you should be having it. So evil WinRM, then we'll specify the IP address, but since we have it in our etc host, we'll just use cicada.htb as we've always been doing. Then we'll do taq to specify this username here, so that will be emily.oscars. Then we'll specify the password, so put that in quotes, grab the password right here, copy that, paste it right here real quick. Yeah, so this is the command for the evil enumeration, so let's run that and give it time. Okay, it's already scanning to see, and yeah, okay, we are immediately inside this Emily. We've gotten inside the machine through this remote management using this particular tool right here. So as you can see, it's a very important tool. Right now we are in our foothold phase. So let's get to it. So right here, what you can do, let me cd back. It's taking time, but since it's remote management, we understand. So I'm trying to go back to the this Emily directory. So then we can do ls to check what's inside here. Then we'll do cd into desktop. We're now hunting for the users.txt flag. So again, let's give it time. Then we do an ls. As you can see, now we have this user.txt. So I'll just do type, then user.txt. I guess you can also do cat to view it, but I'm just using this. Trying out a new command. So it's loading, and here we have the user flag. So let me copy that. Come back here in our machine, and let's submit it. Paste that right there. Okay. Not here. We're supposed to be pasting it here, not here. Let's delete this. Let's submit that. Processing. Let's cross our fingers. Okay. Taking a little bit of time right there. Okay, user flag on. So now we can continue to privilege escalation. So let's get back. We were in this terminal, I guess. Yeah, we're in this terminal. So now that we've gotten the user flag, now let's proceed to the privilege escalation. So to access the administrator directory, we need to elevate our privileges from the current user to admin. The first step is to run who am I. So I can just run who am I priv. This particular command is same to what I usually run. I usually run for Linux machines, sudo -l. So yeah, I just take it as that. So let's run that and see. So this should show us which privileges this user has, and including whether they have elevated privileges. So as I was telling you, it's a similar concept to the sudo -l, just checking to see which privileges this particular user has. So right here, we can see we have this SC backup privilege. I guess SC is security backup privilege. So description is backup files and directories, and it's enabled. So this SC security backup privilege allows us to bypass the usual file permissions and read any file on the system. So this makes it extremely useful for extracting sensitive information such as the SM, Security Account Manager, and the system registry hives, which store password hashes and security informations. And remember, we can grab these password hashes, and we can decrypt the hashes, or we can use the hashes using evil enumeration to log in as the administrator when we get to that particular point. So what I'll first do, I'll let's okay, it exited, but let's get back into it. Uh, let's get back into it, into the remote machine first. But what I want to do at this particular point is to navigate to the C directory, then create a temporary directory where we'll use the security backup privilege to save the copies of the SM, the security account manager, and the system files. So really quick, I'll just do that. Going back to the C directory, then we create a temp file. So make dir, call it temp right there. So okay, temp already exists. Okay, that might have been because I already gone through the box, but let me check. So it's right here. CD into temp. Okay, then after getting into temp, what we'll do is we now want to grab the SM file and the system file which contain hashes. So let's grab them. We'll do reg, then save hklm /sm. We're grabbing the sm and we are putting it into temp directory /sum. Let's run that. Let's wait for it. So we are having we have an error here. It has logged us out. Let's get back in and see. Let me cd to the C drive directory, then let me cd into temp and to check if the files are already there. It does not exist. Let me run an ls. Okay, so now let's create it. That's even much better. It's temp right there. It's taking time. Okay, it's been created, as you can see. Now what you can do is we now want to grab this particular the two hives that we are talking about. We want to grab the SM, security accounts manager, and the system. So let's grab them. We'll start with the SM. So the command is save hklm /sm. Then we specify where we are saving them to. The C drive, then temp, then SM. I guess is HKLM, right? So we are grabbing this particular hive, and as you can see, we have this output here. The operation completed successfully. Then we'll do the same thing, but now for the system file. So HKLM system, specify the location, /temp, then system. So once we have these two particular hives, we'll go ahead and okay, that's already done. So now that you have the SM and the system files in our temp directory, we can now download them onto our local machine to dump the hashes. So I'll just simply do download SM Then you also go ahead and do download system. Then okay, it's downloading. Let's give it time. So after it has downloaded, we'll use PyPyCats, which is a Python-based tool designed for extracting credentials from memory of on Windows systems. So typically it's used for post-exploitation scenarios, which we are kind of in right now. So after using PyPyCats, we'll be able to retrieve the NTLM hashes of the administrator, which will now allow us to privilege escalate our to gain privilege escalation and gain the root flag. So PyPyCats is just the same as Mimikatz, but it's a cross-platform kind of tool, better than I'd say, sort of better than Mimikatz. So this the sum is the security accounts manager file has downloaded. So let's go ahead and download uh, the other one, the system one. So let's download the system one. Give it time. The machine has reset and it's crashing all the time. But what I have here for you is we were to download this system Hive. Then after downloading it, we exit this evil WinRM. After exiting, I did an LSLA right here to show you the SM and the system hives. We will remember at this point we're downloading them to our local machine because we need to run these PyPyCats from our local machine. So after that, I was just checking to see if I have the PyPyCats right here, of which I have it. Then what you'll do PyPyCats registry, then use the dash dash SM flag, then you write the SM. Okay, let's use this one here. You'll use the dash dash SM flag, then you put the SM and the system. These are the two hives that we have right here that you downloaded. Then it will dump the hashes. So as you can see here, we wanted to get the hash for the administrator. So right here, the hash for the administrator is this particular one right here. So I'll just grab this until there, then copy because you want to gain admin access. So I'll come here, clear this terminal. Then now that I have the hash, we can now access the administrator account using evil NRM. So I'll just use evil NRM, then do attack I to specify cicada.htb, then tag you to specify administrator, the user. If I can type that, administrator, then tag uppercase H, tag uppercase H for the hash. So we have it there. Then let's see. Let me see. So I guess this didn't work because we have this space between the uppercase H and the tag, and there shouldn't be any space. So we'll do it this way with no space right there. Then let's try that out and see. Okay, this seems to be working. Yeah, should be tag H, no space in between. So as you can see, this has worked and has logged us in. So we can just do who am I to confirm. Now we are the administrator. So now we have the admin access. So let's go back a level back and see. Okay, then let's do ls. Then the same way that we got the user flag from the desktop, let's check here the desktop if we can find the root flag. So we do an ls, and that's true. We have this root.txt flag right here. So I'll just view it, and I'm using this type command. So root.txt. And as you can see, you have the root.txt flag right here. So I'll just grab it, come back to the HackTheBox platform and submit it right here. This machine has really frustrated me. It kept on crashing and crashing and crashing. At some point I had to request for a reset, or which the other players also agreed to, and it was reset, but still it couldn't it wasn't functioning well. But as you can see here, we've just owned this machine. So yeah, that we've owned the machine. So Cicada is basically a good box for looking into Windows Active Directory and the config and the misconfigurations that can happen, and also the multiple ways of enumerating stuff in Windows. As you can see, we use the crackmap exec. We use enum for Linux. We use a bunch. A bunch of tools to enumerate. And yeah, that was Cicada. Yeah, that was Cicada for you from HackTheBox. I'll leave the link to this particular box so that you can also try it out. I'll see you in the next video.